Welcome back, everybody, to a new video and to my predictions for God of War Ragnarok. We are so damn close to this game, and I could not be any more excited. So, before we get into the predictions, if you could leave a like and subscribe, that would help out the channel so much, and I would greatly appreciate it. So, let's get into it. I'm doing two, I guess, two things for the predictions. I can't think of the word. Topics. Two topics: the story and gameplay. Um, there's really no spoilers in this because it's just my predictions of what I think might happen and kind of things that I would like to see in the game. So let's start. First off is the story. One of the big things I loved about the 2018 game was the story. Oh, that was such a good story. Santa Monica, you guys created true art. So the three things I would love to see/know in Ragnarok is learn more about Faye. Because spoiler warning for the 2018 game. One, if you haven't played it, seen anything about it, why are you watching a video about something that has to do with the sequel to that game? Well, you all would like dip and play and or watch let's plays for that game. Now, okay, so if you're saying you've either played it or saw it or you just don't care. So, from what we learned in the 2018 game, Faye is a giant. Atreus is half giant, half god, half mortal. She knew about everything that was going to happen in the game. I'm assuming she knew everything about Ragnarok or something. She knew it was going to happen. She knew Ragnarok was going to happen. So that's why she wanted us to take her ashes to the highest peak in all the realms, aka Jotunheim, the realm of the giants. It's like we know that much, yeah, and that she gave Kratos the Leviathan axe and the shield. So like we know that much, but then that's basically it. I want to know, how did she know, aside from her giant powers, how did she know everything that was going to happen in the 2018 game? Why she wanted to name Atreus Loki, which, again, spoilers, Atreus is Loki. Why she wanted to name him Loki? I'm sure there's a big Norse, like, I'm sure somehow that ties into the real life Norse mythology, because Loki definitely plays a big part in that. Yeah, I want to know more about Faye because she plays. It was um, the big motivation for Kratos to, one, go on this journey, train Atreus, and become a better. It's doing so good. Become a better father for Atreus. So I hope we learn more about her. Since time travel is going to be a big part in this game, if this happens, I'm gonna be so happy. I want to see Faye. I want to see Faye because we saw like her body wrapped up. We saw her in the start when after you in the beginning of the game, after you finish cutting down the last tree for her pyre, come home, do the funeral, and then poof, see her in the mural in Jotunheim at the end, but we haven't actually like seen her. Like we see Faye, Brock, Sindri, Magni, Modi. So if we actually get to see her, oh my, oh, that'd be so cool, especially for Kratos because Faye was the second wife he's lost. First one at the beginning of the franchise, way back when. Also, don't mind Frank over here. He's visiting. Just don't don't pay any mind to Frank. Yeah, his first wife at the start of the series, which those of you who have been OG God of War fans, uh, F's in the chat, F's in the chat. Um, and now Faye, who I don't think I don't think Kratos killed Faye because it seemed like he had a bit of a character arc by the time he got to Midgard. Uh, so moving on from Faye, because I could theorize and talk about her all day. I want to see and learn more about Atreus slash Loki's role in Ragnarok because, God, I'm going to try and paraphrase this. If I get it wrong, don't roast me too hard in the comments. Loki in the real life Norse mythology, it plays a big role in Ragnarok because it's been a while since I've read up on my Norse mythology here. He plays a big role because he's part giant, and the giants, mm, they don't like they Aesir that much, and the Aesir them kind of like in the game. So he plays a big role, and from everything we've seen with the trailers, fly, everything we've seen with the trailers, and like the just everything we've gotten from the game and the trailers, it seems like Atreus is going to play a big part as well as Kratos because one, the game's named after him, and two, one of my language. But if you're watching this, you're probably used to my language. It's fucking Kratos. Like this is the dude who bodied the entire Greek pantheon. Came, I swear to God, fly. I will send you to hell. Came to Scandinavia basically, hoping for a normal life, and in turn killed 2.5 gods. I say 2.5 because Modi, that was kind of Atreus. That was all Atreus. Kratos had no part in that. That was Atreus. So this guy has killed his fair share of gods. Ooh. And we do know that from the trailers. I mean, we all already have Jormungandr, which is Atreus' son, in the real Norse pantheon, uh, Norse mythology. Um, and in the latest trailer from the State of Play, we saw Skull and Hati, which are Loki's grandchildren. Out of context, this sounds so freaking weird. And then in the father and son trailer, we got that um, CGI trailer. We saw Fenrir, the giant wolf that I don't know if saying this would be spoilers for the game because I fair warning, I haven't played the game yet. I'm waiting just like the rest of you. But all I have to say is in the Norse mythology, Tyr and Fenrir, they have some history. They have some history. If you guys want to know it, just look up Fenrir and Tyr without God of War. And then, for the sake of the game, don't type in Tyr and Fenrir. Actually, maybe don't look it up until you play the game. And the third thing, which it's inevitable in a God of War game, you're going to meet gods. I want to see more Norse gods because we've seen Balder, Magni, Modi. We got a tease for Thor. Saw Freya. Oh God, Freya. Uh, one person I'm kind of scared to fight is Freya, and we know we're gonna see. We know for sure we're gonna see Thor, Odin, Freya, Tyr. Those are four. Those are four gods. I want to see like Heimdall, Freya's brother, um, Hell, or Hela. If you're an MCU fan, the goddess of Helheim. Like I want to see more. I want to see more people. We saw Loki. We saw Loki, unbeknownst to us, the entire damn game, but we saw Loki. So I'm looking forward to seeing the rest of the Norse gods killing, more than likely killing most of the Norse gods. Cough, cough, Thor. And now onto the gameplay. One thing that I'm really excited to try out: improved combat slash traversal. Now we do know they've added some new combat mechanics. Most notably, if you press triangle in this game, you'll get more elemental attacks for the axe and the blaze of chaos. For the axe, it gets charged up with some. It gets charged up with some some frost damage, or some permafrost, and you do more damage with the blades, just like with the axe. They get charged with fire, and you deal more fire fire damage. As to the last game, if you press triangle when you have the axe out, not a if you press triangle with the blades out, he switches to the axe. So the triangle basically is just to get the axe out. So I'm glad they improved that. And they've added a new couple traversal mechanics from everything we've seen in the trailers. They added the sled because Fimbulwinter in Midgard can't exactly use a boat on ice. God, I wish you could. Oh, I wish you could. Yeah, they've added a sled, and now with the Blaze of Chaos, you can use them to like grapple up, which Santa Monica, thank you. By some miracle or act of Odin, you see this, thank you. I've wanted a grapple hook for so long. The entire time I played the 2018 game, I wanted a grapple hook. So those are the two we know of. But I hope we see. It's just gonna sound greedy if I say that I want to see more. Those are the only two traversal additions they add. Okay, I'm down. I'm down. I'm just happy we get to see dogs or wolves. Please let me be able to pet the wolves. Please let me be able to pet the wolves. Um, here's here's one here's one thing that's kind of a prediction and kind of a want. I want to play as Atreus. I know we get to play as Atreus kind of during certain puzzles or during combat. If you press square, you'll push a chain down or shoot an arrow. If we got to play like one part, like one section or level as Atreus slash Loki, oh, that'd be so fun. Contrary to some people's beliefs, Atreus can be a cool character to play as. He has magic because he's part giant and part god. He has his bow and arrow with special arrows. And boy's got some moves because he's trained by Kratos, the bloody God of War and Ghost of Sparta. So he would be such a cool person to play as. Last last thing, variety in arrows. In the 2018 game, we got light arrows and electricity arrows. The electricity arrows were godsend. They were a godsend for a horde of bad guys, most notably Niflheim. Ugh. So I hope we get more additions to the roster. I know we're getting Sonic arrows, which I I I, I don't know what those do. Maybe it's like a Sonic disruption, like a I I don't know what the Sonic arrows are. I could try and theorize, but I'd most likely be wrong. So that's basically my final predictions slash wish list for God of War Ragnarok. I'm going to be doing videos of them, I think, just to kind of space out um the experience and let's play. I was going to do streams, but videos are easier to keep the comments spoiler free for you guys and me. Because if I'm like 5 hours in and someone comes in who's 45 hours in and drops a big spoiler, it's like, okay, cool. I There goes that. And I've been trying to dodge spoilers for, let's say, 5 months now. Kind of losing what sanity I've had left. So we're in the end game now, just mere days away. Stay strong, guys. Stay healthy. Let me know what you're most looking forward to for Ragnarok. Are you gonna play it? And if so, are you playing it on PS4 or PS5? Thank you guys so much for watching. And if anyone tries to spoil, I'm gonna try and stay out of the comments. But if anyone does try to spoil, you will be blocked and banned. Bye.
I lay down and I play dead and I stay